Hey, everybody, this is John from the UA Podcast. Be sure to go ahead and stop back on by our channel bright and early. Well, maybe not bright and early, around 9 o'clock on Friday, March 4th. We got a little preview coming up direct from Jasco Games, so you're going to want to be sure to stop by and check that out. All right, thanks, guys. Here's the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Universus Academy Podcast. Back as your host, I am John Jennings, and I know you've been waiting to hear me say it. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Ryan Kraft. Ryan, how we doing, man?
Doing great. I'm so happy you're back, man. You have such a difficult job on this. I don't like doing it.
You don't like doing it's not fun
Yeah,
sitting,
it's
getting things kicked off and going?
nah, man. It's too much pressure. I like just being on this side where there's no pressure at all. This is where I want to be.
I feel you, man. You can just have someone throw to you, I'll say a few things here now, and then they'll do some other stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And I feel that after having streamed or commentated on the provisional, I definitely feel that because Ispira, man, that dude was awesome. They'd be like, "Hey, we've got to just kind of vamp for a little bit," and he'd be like, "All right, I can knock out like 20 minutes. What do you need?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I do want to say thanks to Jasco and Aspira and Mike and Oliver and everyone behind the scenes for letting me get out there and jabber on about some cards. I appreciate it. Appreciate the invitation. They were like, "Man, you guys, we've been trying to get everyone out there, but we're kind of at the bottom of the barrel. John, can you step up?" And I was like, "Well, if you don't have anyone else, I'll get out there and make a fool of myself." So,
Man, you did a fantastic job. I was happy to watch your coverage.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. It was a crazy experience. I've literally never done anything like that. And then to sit there for like 16 hours and talk about cards, it was fun. It was tough at times, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I don't know how Aspira does that all the time. Like that's
Yeah,
just what he does, and it's crazy, and it shows that he's really good at it.
with minimal
Um,
breaks too.
yeah. Yeah, like that last day, it was just there was no stopping on that last day. Once we came on stream, we just went straight through to the end. I dipped out just a few minutes early, because our 1-year-old, mine and not mine and Ryan's, mine and my wife Colleen, our 1-year-old
Uh,
Miles, he'd been having a little bit of a long day over the weekend, and it was kind of wearing. I think some people even said they could hear him on the stream in the background. So
uh,
I ducked out just a few minutes early to help out there, but yeah, and also a big thanks to Colleen. Like I said, I think I said it on stream too, just for hanging out with the baby and the animals all weekend and letting me get out there and do that and have some fun. Uh, and I'd also thanks to you guys for carrying on and hosting while I was away. You guys, I know you said it's not what you want to do, but you did a great job. It was a lot of fun.
we tried. We had fun with
Listen,
it. Whether it was good or not, we had fun with
it was definitely good.
it.
Um, and I'm sad that I missed an episode with Chris. I haven't done an episode with him in a while, man. We need to bring him back on, and
Yeah,
when I'm here, see, I feel like he's ducking me, is what it
he's
is.
ducking you, man. He said that to us
He's
before we started recording. Actually,
I
he said
knew it.
he's
I knew it.
ducking that John guy. I gotta stay away.
Mm-mm. I honestly, I'm surprised he's not here to rub it in my face about Kirishima that he was too good.
Yeah,
Because me and you both were kind of like, hey, let's wait a little bit. He was like,
yeah,
nah, he's too good.
yeah. I was gonna
So
say,
he was
speaking of ducking things, Kirishima did not duck that. He did not duck the nerf.
he did
Coordinated,
not.
coordinated did not duck the ban.
Yeah. And we can just get right into it. One of the things we're gonna talk about is the biggest news is the Kirishima news, right?
Yeah,
So coordinated effort banned, just straight gone for now. Jesco did say that they can revisit these cards anytime they want to and
they
unban or
left it
errata
open.
them.
Yeah,
They left it open to changing it later, which is the right thing to do. But coordinated effort just gone. Can't use it anymore. It's banned. Kirishima errated. His build is only on your turn now. On the character playing him or person playing him, it's only on your turn
on
and
his own turn. Yeah.
on his own turn. Yes, that's a much easier way to say it. Sorry. Uh, Man, I feel like during the stream, I said math isn't my thing, but even like English was my degree, and I even just fucked that up, man. What is the
It's
point
the
of a college
struggle.
degree? I have 2 of them, worthless. Um, but yes, only on his turn can he build, and then only 1 pickup per turn, no matter what. I will be completely honest. I didn't think they were going to hit both. I thought it was going to be one or the other, and then they would wait for the provisional and then adjust again. And if he was still too strong at that point, then they would go ahead and fix the other one. Um, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like he's kind of bad now. Like I would not play Kirishima at all anymore. I don't know about you. Well, you didn't play him to begin with, but
No. Yeah, I mean, I thought that they would ban coordinated effort for sure.
Mhm.
And I thought that I thought Kirishima would get a change, whether it was an errata or a ban. But I kind of thought that might wait until that might not happen until his DLC came out. But
Mhm.
I'm not unhappy that they went ahead and changed it because honestly, playing against that character was very unfun. Even though I don't, I know we've said a lot that like we didn't think that we should like ban him or change him yet because he was still a little bit beatable. Um,
Mhm.
he just wasn't fun to play against, and it turns out actually he was uh, pretty hard to beat as well, especially with coordinated effort in his kit. So I'm happy they went ahead and quickly made the change. It needed to be done. Um, I think the format's way more wide open, probably way more fun to play right now. Because even if you sit down against someone, you just get blown out on turn two. At least the game's just over, man. At least you're not having to sit for 30 minutes grinding against Kirishima for them to finally like play the same throw on you like 5 times and kill you. So at least the games will be quick and you can have some time, even if you're losing.
Exactly, and I mean, it was what? Half the top 8, all the top 4, we know, obviously.
Yeah,
Um, just I mean, you can go back and watch the stream or not even I don't know that I'd watch it. It's everyone knows what happened. It was a grind.
yeah,
And there were some matches that we saw earlier in the day where there was, like, one matchup in particular where it was, like, a Momo versus Kirishima, and in my head, I was like, there's no way this character can beat this deck." Like, it doesn't matter
yeah.
how good the person piloting it is. The person playing Momo was good at the deck, it's just she wasn't beating Kirishima.
Yeah, you would have to
So
have like
yeah.
the perfect draw, like into like multiple staff strike combos, into like a bunch of stuff, check perfects. That's like the only way you're beating
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, and then Kirishima has to draw poorly and do bad things, and it's
Yeah,
just it needed a change needed to be happen. I don't know that it needed to be both, but they did, so screw it, it's over, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean, coordinated for sure needed to happen, like 1,000%. It was in.
yeah.
There was only one deck of those symbols not playing it in the whole provisional,
Mhm.
and who knows what that person was doing? Maybe they just didn't have the card. Like, but
Yeah.
I would venture to say it probably should have been in their deck.
Mhm.
And then yeah, Kirishima, man, like I just said, like I'm happy it's done, and then we can move on to a healthier format.
Definitely. I'm sure it makes everybody more excited to see what's gonna happen for the next provisional.
Absolutely.
Um, just because it is gonna be so wide open, I feel like the matchups are gonna be crazy. There's gonna be probably a lot more, like, behind the scenes kinda play testing and stuff. Just
Yeah.
people trying to figure out what to do because it's like, well, we don't have to worry about just Kirishima anymore. Like, going into that provisional, it was, "Am I playing Kirishima? No. If not, how do I try to beat him?" And now it's like, well, shit, is it All Might 3? I think All Might 3 is really strong. Is it Eraserhead now? Eraserhead's probably a lot more viable because he's not just getting that one throw looped on him every turn, right? Um,
Jiro's still looking really good.
Jiro, Asui,
Ochako, Asui, Kamui
both yeah,
Woods,
both Achakos. I almost said Achakos.
Achakui.
Combining them, yeah, both Achakos, Kamui Woods. I know, not to spill the sauce and let it out, but I think you're eyeing Kamui Woods Water, kind of the Bromley build, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm probably just gonna play his deck. Maybe makes a few small changes, but yeah,
Mhm.
like the water version's way better than the earth version I've been playing.
Yeah.
I just had fun with the earth version, so that's what I was playing. Being able to just like throw relentless barrages a lot was pretty fun to do.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think the water version is just strictly better.
Yeah. I agree. It's a lot more defensive, and I think also just annoying to play against, probably because you do have all the great defensive pieces from Sero, from Asui, from Todoroki. You have all those things. You have all of those kits at your disposal
Don't
to
forget about
really
the
just
sticky
frustrate
balls.
people. Yeah, and of course Mineta, yeah, sticky balls. And I've seen some that run creepy realization as well, which is really
Yep.
strong, especially with the damage resist stuff that Kamui Woods is already doing.
Right. Yep. That's
It can
certainly
be
in the
pretty nutty.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the next provisional, man.
Are you
Uh,
playing in the next one?
I am not. I hadn't planned on playing it in it to begin with. Um, but I am interested to watch it. I'm probably not gonna watch all of it, but I'll definitely keep an eye out and see what they're doing, man. I
So
am excited
not
to get back to locals next week, though.
so you're not commentating the next one.
Probably they haven't. I mean, I'll be honest, they haven't asked me. But I don't know that I don't know that I would. I think I would a little bit more of a break in between the two. Um, I so I won't go too long onto like webcam stuff. I do like webcam playing on the webcam stuff, but if I'm being honest, I also kind of don't like it because I am in my home, like where my family is, and I work like a 9 to 5 during the week, and I have like a small child, and I don't get to see him very much, and so it feels weird being like it's like I'm in the house with him. I feel like I should be like doing stuff with him and hanging out with him, and
Yeah.
so it is very weird for me to like be here and be in this space. I don't know if that makes any sense or not.
Nah, yeah, makes sense for sure.
And so I am going to play in a provisional. I'm not going to Omaha. I can tell you that. Uh,
Nah, yeah, me neither.
I would like to, but that's not happening.
Yeah,
Um, Speaking of those provisionals, though, I feel like the PPG is doing the March one, right?
yeah.
That one sold out relatively quickly as well. All 256. I don't know if it was as fast as the first one, but still really fast.
Well,
And that was before the
this
Kirishima news.
yeah, it's hard to tell because the first one was capped at 128 and sold out
That's true.
instantly, and then they
Hmm.
waiting list like the next one's in. So it was probably similar. Like it filled up to like right at 200 people very fast, and then I think the last few filled out over the next couple hours. But yeah, it was a pretty quick. It was pretty quick to fill up for sure.
Yeah, and that was and like I said, I feel like everyone probably knew something was going to happen to Kirishima, but at that point it hadn't been confirmed and they really hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
So, I guess people were still ready to play cards, which is awesome, man. To have two back-to-back first major events, and I don't even know like what level of like tournament the provisionals count as, right? Because there's like locals, provisionals, regional licensing,
The
then nationals, or I
Hero League things.
I should know this. I said that commercial during the stream a billion times.
Here,
Or at least
let's
watched it.
just gonna pull it
Um,
up. We'll just pull
See,
it
this
up,
is
bro.
why Aspira is so much better than I am at this
Because
because
he
he
just
would just be
knows.
able to he would be able to know it, but he would also just right now he would just be able to vamp on anything, and I'm just drawing a blank.
Just talk about how you draw blanks all the time while I look this up.
Well, okay. Um, but let's see. So it was the
Yeah,
provisionals, regionals, then nationals. Is that the first one, or is there something before in between regionals and nationals?
it's the Pro Hero. No, it's the regional license exams and then the Hero League championship stuff. So it's
Okay.
the
So there's like a different
nationals.
level of the
Yeah,
yeah. Because they'll do like the nationals. I think they're going to do an in person and a webcam maybe nationals, and then they'll do like the European one. They'll do Pacific one. I think they said too,
yeah.
and then they'll do and then obviously Worlds will be in person at in Vegas at the
Yes.
Jasco HQ.
Yeah, so there's a North American Pro Hero National that gives 8 invites to Worlds, a North American Pro Hero Online National that gives 4 invites, a European Pro National that gives 8 invites, Oceanic Pro National for 2,
That's what it is. Oh shit.
4 last chance qualifiers at the event for 4. Top pro heroes with the most points get 5 invites, and then the one pro hero MVP, the community standout person, is the final person getting in.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
so I don't know that we'll have set two by the Omaha event. I would hope we do. There hasn't been an official announcement on the set two release. I feel like we're getting a more steady stream of reveals, and that would make me think maybe set two is around the corner.
So let's. I
Um,
guess we can do some math here. So we got 3 previews per day for the last 2 days. Um, plus 25 characters they've already shown.
mhm.
Um,
And we know all the characters have been revealed, so now it's only the support cards.
yeah. So it was like 100 and how many cards are in this set? Let's see.
It's 117. You've got 12 plus Ultra Pack characters, 5 Quirk Pack cards. I don't know how many secret rares they're going to do. Obviously, they're secret. We don't know. They did 2 for the first set. I would imagine at least 2 for this one. And then whatever it is they're going to do for the box topper, we don't know if they're going to do the same type of thing they did for set
Yeah.
1 or if they're going to do something different for set 2. But that would be an
So
additional card as well.
so it looks like there's 20 main set characters and then 5 promos that they've shown.
Hmm.
So, um, so that leaves us with a 97 divided by 3, basically. So that'd be 32, essentially. So 32
Hmm.
days. So if they keep doing 3 a day, we're looking at sometime in April.
Okay.
So probably if it's released before the Omaha Nash or provisional, it might be the same weekend, or
Oh, okay.
maybe like right before. But at this rate, I'd probably say sometime in like mid-April if they just do 3 a
Okay.
day.
So at this rate, probably the Omaha event will still be just set one.
That'd be
You
my personal
probably,
speculation.
yeah. And I guess also by the time you're listening to the signups for the Omaha event will also have already gone live because they go live on February
Monday.
28th. We were recording on the 27th. Um,
Oh, I
and
thought
it
they
is
didn't.
only
Did they go live on the 20th? I thought they were the day after the previous provisional.
no, I'm pretty sure they go live tomorrow.
Oh,
Because it
nice.
was 21 and then 28, I think a week later. It just happened that the signups for the next provisional happened after the first one. I
I
don't think
am
that
actually like super interested to see how many people show up for the in-person event.
I was just about to say that because it's only 128. They're not doing 256 for that one. I think that one is hard cap no matter what at 128. And
Yeah,
I, like you, I am very interested to see what the in-person draw is going to be. Um, Omaha is kind of it's centrally located in the U.S. I feel like,
but it's in
ish.
Nebraska in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Um, uh, but Legendary Wolf is one of the bigger, more well-known stores for the game. They have a really big crew just for their locals every week. I feel like I see them. It's usually like 30 plus or something like that just for
Yeah,
locals, which is crazy. Uh, so I would imagine there's going to be at least 80 people. I would think
I
easily.
I wouldn't be surprised if it caps out. I think there's a
I,
lot of interest in going to that event.
yeah, and especially for it being the first in person.
Yeah,
And everyone will kind of have the provisional 2 info to go on. And if we're assuming like we have that set 2 won't be released, you can kind of hone your deck a little bit more, not have to worry about a whole new spectrum of stuff, right?
yeah, for sure.
It's much easier to plan. Um, so like you, I would not be surprised if it maxes out at 128, which would be awesome.
Yeah,
To have the first 3 events for the game max out, that's crazy. I feel like.
yeah. I'm with
Um,
you, man.
yeah, I'm excited for that.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. That's going to be all for today, but make sure you come back tomorrow and check out the previews that we're going to be going over. And then Friday, tune in for our special episode where we're going to have 3 special previews provided to us by Jasco Games that you're not going to see anywhere else. So we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll definitely see you on Friday. Thanks for watching.